All right. Here we go. 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 Yep. Live. And we will start streaming from here. All right. Here we go. 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 Yep. Live. Okay, perfect. Start streaming here. Yeah, okay. Let's get what going on here. See, what music are we going to play today? Play this one here. Yeah, this is the one I want to play today. This is one. Yeah, here we go. I like this one here. Yeah. Yep. I like that one there. Yeah. I hear everybody talking, where's love gone? Everybody else and doing everybody wrong. Yeah, it's the time now. It's the time. You know what I'm talking about. Oh, yeah. I don't need no needle, and I don't need no pills, and I don't need no dollar. Tell me how I feel alright. You feeling alright after this nice long weekend? I hope so. The Brown Beauty is back on duty, baby. It's the Jesse T Show. Oh yeah, feeling alright. Woo! Kicking some dirt up, baby. It's a Monday in Southern California. Give it to me. The Brown Beauty is back on duty. The Jesse T Show. Yours truly, Jesse Torrero, on the air and everywhere. From the community to the world, it's good to be back with you on a Monday in Southern California and around God's blue-green earth. Oh yeah! Martin Luther King holiday, MLK, baby. Woo! A man with a message. A man with passion. The man with a heart for what's right. My kind of man. What do you say about that? Get down, baby. Kick up some dust, MLK. They took everything from MLK. They murdered him and took his life. But he left a legacy that changed the world. The devil couldn't get to him. The greatest thing about MLK, brothers and sisters, he talked about unification. What we got today going on is separation. We need unification. That's what he talked about. He talked about America. He talked about you and me. It didn't matter our color or our spirit or our religion. He talked about the unifying of people together to make this great nation that he loved so much and had a passion for, the red, white, and blue, the stars and stripes. He talked about the message of God and Jesus Christ, and that is faith and honor and forgiveness and unifying under love and compassion. That's what he talked about. That's what Martin Luther King was all about. MLK touched everybody's heart because he was talking through the two passions of the human spirit. And the human spirit is to come together, not to separate and fight. And what we've turned into is a bastardization of what he wanted. If he was alive today, he would be in disgust and ashamed for what has happened to the black community, the white community, the Latino community, the Asian community. And I'm here to tell you the truth. Jesse T doesn't lie. It's me, Jesse T. I can't help but being me. It's the world, according to Torrero, and you're going to get straight on the point today before we get into the real estate corner and we jump on down to the corner to teach you how to buy a piece of real estate, because you want to get wealthy. That's what you got to do, brothers, sisters, like Kiki Melendez out there with the Kiki Show, the Kiki Mobile Show. Boom, baby. Thanks for having us on. You ought to put me on your show, Kiki. You talk about going #1. The brown beauty's on duty, baby. Saying hi to Leah Prada. Saying hi to Deshaun McMillan. Saying hi to Linda Callis-Fettig. Saying hi to my brother forever, Cy Richardson. Sang at my wedding. Mama T and Jesse T. He sang at our wedding. I've known that man almost 40 years, one of the finest actors you'll ever find, and one of the most spirited man, living up to the message of Martin Luther King and God. That's what it's all about, and that's what MLK talked about. He talked about the passion of people, that people together can defeat all evil in the blessings of the Baptist minister that he was. Not these people like Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, and all the John Lewis. Not these people who have turned greed and selfishness and power and control, the sellout of the DNC, the sellout of the Democratic Party, the sellout of the Republican Party, the sellout for the almighty dollar, the root of all evil and disgust, the root that takes you down a road that you cannot get past, more addicting than drugs and alcohol and crack, more addicting than meth, more addicting than marijuana, more addicting than sex, more addicting than anything you could ever imagine, and that's the almighty power and control over life and death through the power of greed and money. And Martin Luther King was so against that. And what happened? What happened? Tell me what happened. I'm talking the truth right now because it's MLK Day, and I just got to say what I got to say because that's what I'm all about. MLK was a man that had passion. He had soul. He had faith. He had honesty. He had honor. He was a man. He was a man. That's what he was. And he was a man that never gave up the struggle. He didn't stop till he dropped. You don't ever stop till you drop. Never, ever give up on what you believe in. And he believed that the unification of people, white, black, brown, Asian, pink, polka dot, from Jupiter, Japan, from Saturn, from Saudi Arabia, from Andromeda, from the inner workings of the reptilian universe. I don't care. Martin Luther King was inclusive under the spirit of making things right. Look it, if you don't know what's right, you're going to inevitably do what's wrong, and you thinking it's right because you've never learned what was right, because you think your wrong is right. And MLK was put on this planet to teach us that right is right and wrong is wrong, and it's time to justify the wrongs and make them right. And he gave everybody a chance to do that. And we took his life. The elite, the horrible, disgusting rat bastard monsters took his life because they didn't like his message. They didn't like the eons and eons of peons to rise up in the face of all evil, in the face of all disgust. They didn't want that to happen. That's why they took JFK, Bobby Kennedy, Malcolm X. That's why they took Abraham Lincoln. They didn't want the almighty people. He was for the people, and that's what MLK was all about. And if you think I'm wrong, you got craziness going on in your head. Just listen to that speech, the I Dream speech. If that doesn't raise the hair on your arm and the hair on your back, man, I don't know what's going to do it. Well, happy MLK Day. And we got to get back to what's right with the Martin Luther King's message. We have to get back to understanding that color is nothing, that religion is nothing, that people, humanity, the eyes to the soul, the eyes to the heart, the eyes to God are through you and what you show the world. I didn't know the color of a man's or girl's skin. I didn't recognize that until I was a teenager. People were just people to me. We've gone astray, and we got to get back. We got to get back to what's right. MLK, God bless you. God bless your family. God bless this country. God bless America. And God bless us humans, because we need God's blessings more than ever today. Jesse Torrero, the Brown Beauty, is on duty saying hi to Clark Tang, a great Kung Fu man. Wing Chun Kung Fu, man. Love Clark Tang. I'm a practitioner myself. Studied with Gary Lam. Ooh, I love Gary Lam. Love his Wing Chun style. Yeah, baby, that's right. Wong Chong Leong was Gary's teacher in Sifu, and of course, Ip Man was Wong Chong Leong's teacher in Sifu. I'm fourth generation. Clark Tang is a Kung Fu brother. Thanks a lot, Clark, for watching us. We got a lot to talk about today. It's the Jesse T Show. Every Monday through Friday, right here on beautiful Bat Channels, your Bat station. Man, the Batmobile strikes again. Well, I'll tell you what, the reality is that I know a lot of you folks are looking at 2018 saying, how can I make my life better? What can I do to make my life better? For myself, for my family, for my street, for my community, for my neighborhood, for my state, for my country. What can I do to make my life better? And I'm here to tell you, put a dream in your heart and put a dream in your soul and become a homeowner. That's right. It's a simple message. There is nothing like a home where your family and your kids and your parents and your significant other can grow and love and cry and laugh, that brings a family together like nothing else. A structure called home. Now, I know a lot of you had a lot of problems in the last 10, 15, 20 years, bad credit, that kind of stuff, foreclosures, short sales. So I'm going to teach you some things today about what all that means. And I'm going to surprise you with some things that you probably didn't know. I've been a trusted advisor in the real estate business as a real estate broker for over 20 years, as a real estate agent for another 20 years before that, and as a loan specialist for about 25 years. I've been doing this business since I was 16 years old. I'm 57. I got my license when I was 18, when I legally could. And I started doing what I do. And I've been doing it for a long time. I've sold thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of properties, done thousands and thousands and thousands of transactions through my career, all over Southern California, across this nation and other states. Done a lot of stuff. And I have been an advisor for many of my clients for many, many years. I've got clients that go back to when I was just a wee little lass. That's right, a young lad of my early 20s, trying to make my way in this real estate business. And they're still my clients. The real deal is all about you. When you have a dream to become somebody different, when you have a dream to step out and say, you know something? I deserve this. I have to have this. That's when you'll make the steps to buy a house. And I don't care what your situation is. I don't care what your financial makeup is. I don't care where you're at in your station in life. I don't care about anything. All I care about is if you have that dream, I'll make it happen for you. I will make that dream come true. It may not happen next Tuesday. It might happen a year from now. It might happen 2 years from now. But I will make that dream come true if you just follow a plan, a strategy, a tactic. And everybody's different. And everybody's way to home ownership in this great country, the only country in the whole God's blue-green earth that allowed you and me, regular folks, to buy a house and have a home. That's right. The kings and the potentates around the world didn't allow anybody else. The landowners, the landlords, where we get our common law from England, maritime law from the oceans through by way of the English king. Landlords, they were lords of the land and they owned everything until this great country became the greatest country that God ever could create historically and is the greatest country. Thank God for President Trump. I'm tired of bending over and being a wimp in this world. Thank God, boom, for flexing, boom, the American muscle. Thank God for the explosion of our economy. You haters, you don't like Trump? What do you want, this country to go down? Look at the money people are starting to make and the jobs and the economy. Just for that alone, hate him. But I bet you're going to reap the rewards of what is happening. If you had invested in the stock market, my goodness gracious, can you know how much it's gone up for you just in the last 5 years? Unbelievable. Walmart just the other day says they're giving everybody $1,000 and they're changing their benefits packages and their employment hours per employee working time. Unbelievable. Why didn't this happen over the last 10, 15, 20 years? Why didn't it happen with Bush? Why didn't it happen with Bush 1? Why did it not happen with Clinton? Why did it not happen with Obama? Why did it not happen? Because they didn't want it to happen. Because the professional politicians have slapped you down and you don't even know it. And now the millennials, the biggest, most large generation, bigger than the baby boomers, the millennials are moving in a giant iceberg towards governing this world and this nation. Baby boomers like me are going to be stepping aside. Well, maybe not me. Not me. I'm not stepping aside because I don't stop till I drop. And they're buying homes. You see, what they don't know is what I'm going to teach you today. And that is, they underestimate the spirit of your heart. They underestimate the soul of your search. They underestimate that you pay them and they work for you. It's just that simple. Saying hi to Pascal Poplar and Chad Zumwalt. Hey, what's up, Chad? Good to have you along. Kiki Melendez, Linda Vettig is in there too as well. Also, Clark Tang. People are starting to chime in and make it happen. Thanks a lot, guys, for helping us out and passing the word along about the Jesse T Show every Monday through Friday. Hey, we got some good things coming up this week. I'm going to tell you all about it here in the body of the show. But right now, let's jump down to some real estate and let's make some money for you. I'm going to teach you a couple things here that I think are very, very important. And that is, if you got beat up on credit, okay? I did. I'll be honest. Look it, man. Let me tell you my history, my story real quick. I won't belabor it for too long. I bought my first house when I was 19 years old, okay? Right? By the time I was 34, by the time I was 33, I owned 10 properties, of which 3 of them were free and clear. Okay? By the time I was 37, I owned 3 properties and lost 7 of them. I lost all my cars. I lost my credit. I could buy houses on credit cards, on American Express cards, on Visa cards. I could buy houses going in, taking a cash advance, $50,000 in 1987, and buy 2 houses, because in 87 I could still find houses for 30 grand. Not in Southern California. And then I lost it all of it, except for 3 properties. And the 90s for me were a time that I was so depressed that I went to law school. Now, anybody in their right mind doesn't go to law school, because I think anybody in their wrong mind goes to law school, because all lawyers turn into is a bunch of scallywags and backstabbers, because you learn just a few things in law school. 1, you learn how to make money. 2, you learn how to create argument that goes on forever and ever and ever between parties. 3, you realize nothing is as it seems. And 4, you realize the one important thing is that there is no right and wrong. There is no morality or honesty or honor. All there is lying and cheating and storytelling. That's all there is. He who tells the best story, she who writes the best motion, they who argue the best argument win. That's simple. Saying hi to our friends over at Monaco French Restaurant. Thanks a lot, Swan. Swanee12D checking in with us. All right, Monaco French Restaurant. I'm telling you, you guys, if you're in California, you got to sponsor the Jesse T Show. Saying hi to Maria Negrete. Maria Negrete. What's happening? So, I went to law school in the 90s. I was totally depressed. I figured I wasn't going to be an attorney after my first semester. And so I just became the devil's advocate for every law school professor, and I just became the why boy. Why? Why did they say that? Why did they do that? Why did they do that? Why, huh? Why? No, yes. I became like the Monty Python great sitcom, the great little piece that they did called The Argument Clinic. Look it up on Google, Monty Python. That was me, The Argument Clinic. That was me. Why? Huh? No, yes, argument boy. That's all I became. They couldn't wait to get rid of me. So I got out of that place. Wow, did I get out of that place? Totally depressed. And I figured I'm making more money in real estate, so I'm going to go back to real estate. I walked away from the entertainment business in 1993, completely washed my hands of it, fired my theatrical agent, fired my commercial agent, fired my voiceover agent, fired my modeling agent. I fired my personal manager. I fired everybody. The only thing I kept was a couple of radio gigs like KGLH here in Los Angeles and 92.3 Mega Jammin' Oldies 92.3 here in LA. I kept a few radio gigs and that was it. I fired everybody and became a Mr. Mom. That's right, a Mr. Dad. I wanted to raise my two children and be in their life. I didn't want to be away because I didn't want my daughter to grow up to be some crazy wild maniac nut. And I didn't want my son to hate my guts, and I wanted to stay with Mama T, and I knew the only way to do that would be me to stay home and do something different so I could be involved in their lives forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. And I made the right decision for me. It may not be right for you, but I learned a long time ago you can't have two bosses. You can only have one, either family or business. Something's got to give. You can't have two. You can't have two because you can't have only but 24 hours a day. Though I can stay up for 3 days without sleep, without a blink of an eye. I could stay up for 5 days. I could do all kinds of crazy crap like that. But I'm telling you, you can't have two bosses. So I chose to have the family because we made a family. Mama T and I made a family. It wasn't an oops, there it is on a late Friday night partying on New Year's Eve. No, we chose to have our loved ones, and we did. And it was not fair for me to deny my loved ones me if I chose to have them, because if I didn't want to be in their lives, I shouldn't have chose to have them, right? Bada bing, bada boom. The world according to Torrero logic and common sense. So through the 90s, I walked away from the entertainment industry and built my real estate business back up again from the 1980s. It went into the toilet in the early 90s with the dot-com blow-up. And then in the 90s, I worked hard to get it back. And by the end of the decade, what happened to me is that I found a way to integrate the internet, which was just coming on board in 96, 7, and 8. I finally found a way around 99. I put some pieces together, and boom, my real estate business exploded like gangbusters. To 2008, started buying property up again, started investing, started buying property, investing, and buying property, investing, and owning property. Now I own lots of property, and that's what it's all about. Then 2008 came crashing down. 2009, 10, got sick, almost died, 4 weeks in the hospital, and then after that, took 3 years to recover from something that was almost killed me. By 2013, I was on the comeback trail, and it was been a struggle since then, but I'm still struggling, rising to the top, because I don't stop till I drop, and I will never ever go backwards because I don't like who's following me. I want to keep going forwards with my eyes in the sky, my shoulders upright, moving ahead, because that's what success is. You got to pay the price, and you got to work the work, and you got to do the do, and that's what it's all about. And that's what I've done, and I've worked myself back up into the real estate business where it's starting to do really great again. And the entertainment business, when I was 50 years old, 7 years ago, I decided to jump back into it. My daughter and my son were older. Everything was cool. Jump back into it. And now that's my story. Real fast in a nutshell. The bottom line is I've lost everything twice in my life. Twice I've lost everything. Filed for bankruptcy. Filed for foreclosures. Did all this stuff. I've done everything. Good, bad, and indifferent. It's happened to me. Jesse T, I'm talking from the heart. Now, I tell you that story because I want you to understand what I'm going to tell you now. It's what can change your life. And I hope it does. I really do. Saying hi to Lori, Keenan, Cowhay. I like that name, Lori. Cowhay. I like that name a lot. So, if you've been adversely affected by bad credit, okay? You know, I have this handout, okay? And this handout, and I want to give this to you guys for free, okay? It's getting out of debt. I wrote this many years ago. I used to write for this real estate periodical company. Okay. And I wrote this and a whole bunch of them many years ago, and they put them in all the like Kmart's and the Walmart's and those kind of stores years ago. And I wrote that. I had about 20 of these that I wrote for them. Okay. And it still holds true. I was just reviewing it a couple of days ago, and it blows me away that how much of this research that was in here, this is just all straight from the knowledge of my head, okay, doing loans for so long. Anyhow, you owe it to yourself to get out of debt, and I want to send this to you for free, okay? I will send it to you for free. You got to do 3 things, okay? You got to tell me where I got to send it. So you can call one of a couple of places. You can go to my website. You can go to www.jesset, Mr. Sold. I'm revamping that. It'll be up tomorrow. You can go to my other website that I'm revamping. It'll be up tomorrow. www.jesset, You can go to our Facebook site, facebook.com/Jesse Torrero, broker. Okay, let me know where to mail this or email it. I'll even put it old snail mail for you. Put it on email. I'll get it out to you that way, send you a PDF file or whatever. Okay? But you got to let me know who you are. There's a trade out for everything good. Okay? I'm not going to be so coy here to say, oh, I got all these trappings built into my algorithms and all that. I do. Okay? But I don't want that. You want to know how to get out of debt? You tell me who you are. You let me know how I can get in contact with you. Phone numbers, emails, and I'll reach back out to you. And we'll go over your situation. This works for anywhere in the country. Okay? I'm going to send this to you for free. Why? Because I want you to start your life over. I want you to become wealthy. I want you to have a home. I got into the real estate business because I had a passion and an excitement for people when I would help them find a home. It was thrilling for me. It made me cry a lot of times. Man, they got a home, because I know how important a home has been in my life, all of my life. I've never lived in an apartment. Okay? I've always had a home. I want you to have this for free. 818-805-4400 or jesset.com facebook.com/Jesse T broker or www.jesset Mr. Sold or www.jessetbroker.com. Okay? I'm going to send this Getting Out of Debt. I wrote this a long time ago. It's a ton of pages. Okay? And I'm going to send this to you. Man, this is the plan right here. This is what I teach everybody when they come my way. Okay. Now, I want to talk about something here that a lot of folks don't know. And, you know, a lot of folks got beat up. Like I got beat up. Okay? I've been in bankruptcy court, man. Yeah. Yeah, I've gone through $250,000 of tax-free cash trying to keep the quality of life. I've worked at 3 or 4 jobs all in one day. I've done it. I ain't no different than you. I just got a little information that maybe you don't have. And I'm going to give you some more free stuff. Okay? The first website I mentioned, Shelley, is I've got 2 websites that are going to go online tomorrow because I revamped them over this weekend. I just got to finish them up tonight. www.jessetmrsold.com. www.jessetmrsoldbuyers.com. Okay? Then the Facebook is always up. Facebook.com/Jesset Jesse Torrero, broker. You can contact me there, okay? Also, you can call me at 818-805-4400 and leave your info, and I'll reach back to you. Leave your text, your phone number, your email, whatever. I will reach back to you. I want to talk with you. I'm not here to sell you anything. I don't need to sell you anything, okay? Because I know I'm being straightforward, man. I know that if I help you get out of debt, I got faith and confidence in your soul and your honor. I have faith and confidence that if I help you clean your situation up, or I help you in some way with a piece of information that changes your life forever, that you will come back to me, Jesse T. Hey, that's the world according to Torrero. Straight on the point, man. You're not going to bushwhack me. You're not going to go somewhere else. You're going to come back to me because I'm going to tell you something. All you need is a little help. And I've been doing this 40 years. Okay? I may not look that old, but baby, I am. I've been doing this for 40 years of my life. Okay? Now, if you had an adverse credit situation that happened to you, man, you just lost your job or something went haywire, you got a major divorce or what have you, or not, it happens to everybody. It's happened to me. I've lost everything twice in my business career. Now I'm going back to rise to the top because I got a dream like MLK. And we all should have a dream. Okay, I'm going to go over this stuff rather quickly, but listen closely, okay? Listen closely, all right? If one of these things happened to you in the last 10 years, or if you know somebody, pass it on. And this show is on YouTube. It gets podcasted on Facebook, and it gets archived. So you can go back to it over and over and over, okay? All right, if you did a short sale, if you're not in default, in other words, if you made your payments, but you're not in default, but the property just went down so low, your mortgage balance was so high, it's just, you saw the writing on the wall. And you did a short sale, there's no wait for you to buy another property if you're not in default. Okay? Yeah, there's no wait. Day one after the short sale, you could go buy another property with an FHA loan, government insured loan, backed by Fannie and Freddie and HUD. Yeah, people don't know that. Look, in a short sale, there's a 3-year wait if you're in default at closing of the short sale. So when you short sold, if you were in default, meaning you didn't make your mortgage payments, then you have to wait 3 years. You know how fast that goes by? I had a guy, I'm going to change his name. His name is Raul. And he was living in a crap hole apartment. Oh, we found out Donald Trump didn't say that. Dick Durbin made it all up. Did you see that latest news? I've been to 43 countries in this world, and every country in the world is a crap hole compared to America. Let me tell you. Okay? Here's the point. Okay? If you were in default at the time of your short sale, you have to wait 3 years. Raul, I got him out of this crap hole apartment. He bought his first house. He got in some serious trouble. Okay? He finally had to do a Chapter 7. He called me 2 days before it was sale. I got the property. I got the sale stopped. Okay? He filed a Chapter 7 bankruptcy. He won $25,000 or $30,000 from the notary, from the lender, and he sued the government, and he dropped that lawsuit. Okay? He had to wait 2 years from the time he lost that property. Okay, 2 years, and he bought another house. And then 1 year later, he bought another house. And then he sold all the houses because he got divorced with his wife. And then he sold all those houses. And then he got back with his wife a couple of years later. And they bought another house, a brand new house. Go figure. I'm telling you, a little information can go a long way. All right. If you did a short sale and the property was owned by Fannie Mae, the deed, you have to wait 4 years. 2 years, you have to wait 2 years on some special circumstances, like a medical tragedy or a horrible thing that happened to you and your family, like a murder or the house burned down, somebody died, that kind of stuff, okay? With Freddie Mac, you have to wait 4 years in the same kind of thing. Fannie and Freddie. We'll talk about that if we have time, okay? If you did a deed in lieu of foreclosure, in other words, you knew you were going to get in trouble, you didn't want the property anymore, it wasn't in foreclosure, you weren't going to do a short sale, but you just gave it back to the lender, you gave them the deed in lieu of a foreclosure. You have to wait 3 years before you can buy another house or get another loan, that is. If you have cash and you win the big jackpot, the California lottery, you can buy whatever you want to buy, okay? If Uncle Joey, they left you some money, forget about it. Just go buy with cash, right? Okay. But if you want to get another loan, this is all about getting a loan. 3-year wait. The lender may reduce the waiting period. Of course, extenuating circumstances always work into this, okay? Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac are the same thing. So if you give the property back, you have to wait 3 years, okay? All right? I hope you're learning something here, okay? I hope you're learning something there. That was somebody who called. I got this scam alert stuff on one of my phones here, and it tells me that these scammers, oh boy, we're going to talk about that one day. Okay, if you went to foreclosure, if you actually went to foreclosure, it's the same as if you did a deed in lieu. You have to wait 3 years before FHA will allow you to do another FHA loan. Why FHA loans is because they're the cheapest ones to do. You only have 3.5% down, and the loan to value and the debt to income are always higher. Okay, it's easier to qualify. A little touch on the interest rate, a little bit more, a little more cost on the loan, but it allows you to have a wider spectrum of your income to be used to qualify. Okay, if you did a foreclosure and it was a Fannie Mae owned property, in other words, Fannie Mae already bought the property, or Freddie Mac, you got to wait 7 years. Okay. Sometimes it's 3 years, but you really have to have a good explanation about these circumstances, okay? This is what you do, though. If you're in hot water, you do a bankruptcy Chapter 7. Then you only got to wait 2 years from the time you were discharged from the date of bankruptcy, and you can buy a house again. You get a loan again under Fannie Mae Chapter 7 or Chapter 11, which is a little different. You got to wait 4 years, or sometimes 2-year wait from the discharge or dismissal date may be accepted if extenuating circumstances, once again, can be proved. Okay? Chapter 7 or Chapter 11 or Chapter 13 or multiple bankruptcies under Freddie Mac, you can do the same thing. It's the same thing. 4 years or 2, depending on the circumstances, you can get another loan. Now, I'm going through this fast. Chapter 13 is a repayment plan. You restructure the repayment plan, so you didn't lose the property. Okay, Chapter 11 is reorganization. Okay, corporations, partnerships. Chapter 7 are for good folks like you and me. But that's the key. 2 years, that's it. Discharge from the bankruptcy, boom, I can get you a loan. Another FHA loan. Cool stuff, huh? A lot of folks don't know this. That's why I wanted to go over this. This is what an extenuating circumstances, according to FHA. It's an event that was out of the borrower's control and made a significant impact on the borrower's finances. You see what I'm saying? Like somebody got murdered, a house blew up, you lost your job, an earthquake, a tornado, something like that. Fannie Mae defines extenuating circumstances as a non-recurring event that is beyond the borrower's control, a God-made tragedy that you can't control. Now, obviously, I'm not an attorney, and you need to seek counsel on anything that you do, okay? And if you need some legal advice, I got some people here in California I can turn you on to. But you need to seek legal counsel before you do anything like this. But I just wanted to go over that there's a chance. There's a chance for you to start over again, even if you got zapped really bad. Hey, there's a couple of handbooks. FHA has a handbook. Fannie Mae has a selling guide handbook. And Freddie Mac has a selling guide handbook. You can go online and get those from the government, okay? So I just wanted to go over that with you just to let you know that if you send me the information, I'll give you this free report. Now, this isn't just some BS, stupid, late-night TV commercial info crap, okay? You know what I love to do? I love to go to those seminars and play stupid. And I got a question, like Horshack and Cotter. Oh. And I stand up and I ask a stupid question. I get an answer, right? I do that like a couple times. I got another question. Stand up, right? Get everybody's attention. And then I wait for something to happen. The stupid seminar lying, cheating, rat bastard tells some stupid story, right? Because all these characters end up with they all end up with the feds running after them because they all are not providing and lying. So the feds, I can't tell you. I used to keep a list of like 20 of them I knew. They're all just a bunch of con men and carpetbaggers. Okay? Saying hi to Media Westerly. Media West Realty. Hey, Media West, we did some business together. Good to have you along, man. How you doing, buddy? I haven't talked to you in a while. Remember I sold that house? Or did I sell that house? I can't quite remember if I sold that house. Did I close that house over in Arleta? I think I closed that house in Arleta. I sometimes forget about these things. Or did that fall apart? I don't know if it fell apart. But anyway, I know I sold those people something. So this get out of debt thing, I'm going to send you. Anyway, I used to love to go to those seminars. And I would stand up and I would wait for the seminar speaker, the guru, the know-it-all, right? The guru would say something, and I would say, oh, and he'd raise, and everybody would laugh in the audience, and then I would ask a very pertinent question to what they were talking about. And then I would ask another question. And then I would give a hypothetical and ask another question and ask another question with all the idea of setting them up to make them look like a stupid, lying con man. Oh, I would always get escorted out. Always. And inevitably, 5 or 6 people would meet me out in the hall, the Sheraton, the Marriott, and the Hilton, right? Is that true? Yeah, it's true. He's going to jack you up for $3,000 for your stupid webinar that he's going to want you to take. I can teach you everything he's going to jack you up on, get into your pocketbook in 5 minutes. Everything that you need to know. And you can qualify it for free. Hey, come get this from me. Okay? I want to send this to you for free. Okay? Getting out of debt. I wrote this years ago. 20 years ago I wrote this thing, maybe longer. There was no internet then when I wrote this. It's still viable. Send a way for call me at 818-805-4400 or Jesse T on Facebook at facebook.com/Jesse Torrero Broker or 818-805-4400. Did I say that number again? Or did I forget to tell you 818-805-4400? Yeah, I did forget to tell you that number, 818-805-4400. I feel like I'm doing a jingle here. Hey, we got 2 new websites that are going to be up tomorrow. One's at Jesse Torrero, MrSold.com. The other one is Jesse Torrero, Mr. Sold Buyers. And I'm going to shorten it down and make it easier for you. Jesse T, MrSold.com. Jesse Bing T, Mr. Sold Buyers. You can check that out, and you can go to our Facebook all the time at facebook.com/Jesse Torrero. Saying hi to Sherry Maynard Wheeler. RJ Johnson, man. I always like RJ's name. I love that. I know a guy, RJ Johnson, the very great baseball player that played for the Dodgers was my son's coach, Reggie Smith. And RJ Smith is his son. RJ, love that. Hey, people ask me all the time, Jesse. They ask me all the time, Is it still affordable for me to be able to buy a house? My answer is yes. You just got to understand where to buy. There are some great areas here in Los Angeles right now that are terrific places to buy. Look, the average selling price in the Los Angeles metropolitan area is $491,000. Now, if you break that down and you start really breaking it down like, Beverly Hills and Pacoima and Chatsworth and East LA, you can break that down farther. But the overall area is $491,250 according to recent statistics back and through November of 2017. Now, it's higher in the valley, like in Los Angeles City alone, it's $514,220, the average or medium sales price. Orange County is $788,000. Yeah, San Diego is $605, and Ventura is $635, where all the floods and the mudslides. Oh my God, is that horrible? Man, when real estate moves, it moves fast like an avalanche. Those poor people. There's some good funds to help these people rebuild. I mean, my son lost a couple of baseball players that he used to play ball with up in Santa Barbara. Now he's a professional obstacle course racer. Fathers, terrible. Anyhow, there are a couple places here in Los Angeles that maybe you don't know about. Yes, it's affordable. Now, don't laugh at me when I tell you this. Don't laugh at me, okay? I'm going to tell you something that's the honest to goodness truth. Hey, man, it's me, Jesse T. Okay, don't laugh. The most affordable place within 35 minutes from Burbank, California, where I'm at. The most affordable place is Compton. Hey, man, Compton is no longer Bloods and Crips. Compton is Latino. Or we used to call them Chicanos, ese. Mexican Americans. There are so many new shopping complexes going up in Compton. They're revaluing the schools. They got their own police, their own fire, their own courts. It's its own city. The parks are beautiful. The housing is still under $400,000. I just sold one of my guys his second house in a year and a half for $350,000, man. That house now, it's going to be worth $500,000 in a year. I'm telling you. Compton, neighboring city Watts. You laugh at me. I'm telling you. 15 minutes from the ocean, the Pacific, with all those places to work around there. Come on. They are cleaning up like mad dogs and Englishmen. Oh, yes. The other great place is Riverside County. Check it out. I talked about those prices, right? Riverside County, man. Check this out, guys. Sisters, check this out. You get your man, he got to drive a little bit to work. That's just the way it is. Come on, guys. Have some you-know-what swinging. Get some hair on them things. You got to pay the price. The way it is, okay? Riverside County, the average sales price is $380,000. Whoa! What did I just say? Holy smokes, I got to drink some 7-Up on that one. Woo! $380,000 for the average sales price in Riverside County? Yes. Have you ever been to Riverside County? Oh, there's some crap holes in Riverside County, but there's some nice places in Riverside County. I mean, you can get some nice places out there where you don't have neighbors for 300 feet down the street still. I'm telling you, man, I have sold so much in Riverside County. And here's the other place. Now, don't laugh at me when I tell you this, okay? I know all of you are going to roll your eyes and go, oh, yeah. I know. But let me tell you something. San Bernardino County. November 2017, the average sales price in San Bernardino County. Man, we're gonna do the time warp dance, like from the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Then move right, then left. Time warp dance, because we're going back, baby. Woo! We are going back. You know where we're going? We're going to 269. $269. I'm telling you. Time warp dance. To the left, left, left. Then move to the right, 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 right. We are going way back into yesteryear. San Bernardino County's average sales price is $269. You know, the last time I saw $269 in Burbank was like 5 years ago. The last time I saw 8 years ago, 9 years ago. The last time I saw $269 in sales price in San Fernando Valley was like 9 years. I'm telling you guys, those are the 3 best buys. I just gave you some sweet ass information. See, this is why you got to work with me, Mr. Soul, Jesse Torrero. See, because I come straight. You know, I don't have the Rolex watch. Well, it's a pretty nice watch, you know, but it's not a Rolex watch. I don't drive the Bentley. You know, I show up like this, man. You know, I show up with my hat. I show up like this, you know. But let me tell you something. Oh, I got the nice suit when I got to put a nice suit on. Hey, look, I clean up pretty good. At least that's what I think. Okay. This is why you got to work with someone like me. Hey, Doug Piermont. Hey, Doug Piermont, what's happening? Eric Lindrom's on with us. Because I'm going to give you the straight scoop. Okay? All the time. With knowledge. I will never, ever do anything that I wouldn't do for my family. I've told people, you don't want to get that. I've blown deals. You don't want to buy, you don't want to, no. Sellers, I tell them the straight scoop. Straight up, right from the beginning. The only thing I ask of sellers is don't take my money from me. Everybody wants more money. Well, I got to put some food in my refrigerator too. So don't squeeze my huevos down on a commission so I don't make nothing. Because if you're going to do that, you know what's going to happen? Fungo, I'm going to get out of there. You know why? Because I don't want to work with people who don't value my information at 40 years of experience and over 3,000 to 4,000 transactions. I don't, and the education I have and the experience, I am valuable to somebody. And I will search until that somebody comes across my path that sees me as valuable to them. Sorry, got on my tangent there. So, you got to work with someone that's straight up, man. I'm telling you. Compton, Watts, San Bernardino County, Riverside County. These are the most affordable areas to buy a house today. 805-4400, 818-805-4400. That's my hotline, Jesse T. Please leave your name, number, your email, what you're calling about real estate wise. Let me get back to you. I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm here to give you information. And look at, if you want to sell your house, you call me. I'll show you how to sell your house for free. In fact, when you go to jessetmrsold.com, that's a site that'll give you 27 ways or 7 ways that I found that are really great that you could sell your house yourself. You don't need me. You don't need me. No. I want you to want me. Because I'll sell your house for the top dollar. I'll sell your house with the least headache. And I'll sell your house and I'll solve all the problems. I'm kind of old school. I don't have assistants. I don't have 47 agents. I had 3 offices at one time and a loan office. 75 agents. I had that. Not me. No more. If you want to be a buyer, Jesse T, Mr. Sold Buyers.com. Or go to facebook.com/Jesse Torrero Broker. or you can give us a call, or you can always email at winwinwininc@yahoo.com. Hey, this is KTNT Radio and TV Broadcasting Podcasting Network, the Jesse T Show, down on the real estate corner with you. We are broadcasting live right now and podcasting afterwards on YouTube, Jesse Torrero, thepowerofvoices.com, our radio and global radio network. Instagram Live at Jesse Torrero. Also, Facebook.com. Of course, you know, Facebook.com/Jesse Torrero. And Periscope, Livestream, Twitter, Tumblr, Google+, LinkedIn, and so many others. We're on 21 social network, media, TV, digital sites, as well as across the country on AM radios and online here on thepowerofvoices.com. The Jesse T Show, every Monday through Friday from 5 to 6. I hope I gave you just a slice of life and a little bit of information that helped you out. There's so much to cover. I can't cover it all. I try to cover it all in a day's work, but I can't. There's so much to talk about, but I will tell you this. On this Martin Luther King holiday, guys, I'm here to tell you, honestly, I'm here to tell you this, okay? It's the brand new year. It's 2018. Make your dreams come true. Take the step to better your position in life. You have been provided the opportunity to wake up this morning and take a breath of air, and your heart is still beating. You have been provided the possibility of becoming that which is what you always wanted to. And the fastest and best way to do that is through the purchase and acquisition of real estate. The greatest wealth creating device that this country gave to the world. And on Instagram, come on over to facebook.com/Jesse Torrero, because we're going to say bye to you right now in about 3 seconds, okay? Always remember, never, ever, ever stop till you drop.
It's alright. Some folks say never
You got your soul, boy, that's all you need to say. We're alright then. Come on, take everything. Let's hear it flowers from the wind of the sea. They're doing nothing, take the blame for everything. I can marry when I'm paying for the ring. The Jesse T Show. The Brown Beauty is off duty. See ya. Boom.